Hey pet lovers, welcome to Pawdacity. Look at this cat, calm, still, doing what cats do. Nothing looks wrong, but something is. Here's the thing about cats that most people never fully grasp. They are masters at hiding what they feel. It's not a personality quirk, it's survival instinct, tens of thousands of years in the making. In the wild, a stressed or vulnerable animal is a target. So cats learn to bury it, to push it down, to look fine even when they're not. Which means by the time most cat owners notice something is wrong, it's already been going on for a while. Today we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you the signs that your cat is stressed. Signs so subtle that most people mistake them for personality traits. And then I'm going to tell you exactly what to do about each one. Because your cat can't tell you they're struggling, but they are showing you. You just need to know where to look. First, let's understand what stress actually does to a cat, because it's more serious than most people realize. Cats are creatures of habit. Routine isn't just a preference for them, it's a psychological need. Their nervous systems are calibrated to a specific environment, specific sounds, smells, rhythms, people. When something disrupts that, a new pet, a house move, a change in your schedule, a new baby, even rearranged furniture, their entire system goes into low-level alert. Chronic stress in cats suppresses their immune system, disrupts their digestion, causes skin and coat problems, and can lead to serious behavioral and health conditions if left unaddressed. This isn't about an anxious cat being dramatic. This is a physiological response to feeling unsafe. And the cruelest part? They can't tell you. They don't have the words, but they have signals. And we're going to decode every single one. Grooming is one of the most reliable stress indicators in cats, and it goes both ways. Over-grooming, your cat is licking, chewing, or pulling at their fur excessively. You might notice thinning patches, bald spots, or irritated skin, often on the belly, inner legs, or base of the tail. This is called psychogenic alopecia, and it's essentially a self-soothing compulsion, like a human biting their nails under pressure, but significantly more intense. Under-grooming, the opposite problem. A cat that stops grooming properly, coat becoming dull, greasy, matted, or unkempt, is a cat that has mentally checked out. They've lost interest in self-maintenance. That withdrawal is a significant red flag. Both extremes are the same message. Something is wrong, and they don't know how to process it. This one gets misread more than almost any other sign. Your cat starts going outside the litter box, maybe on the bathroom mat, maybe on your laundry pile, maybe in a corner of a room they've never used before. Most owners assume it's rebellion, defiance, a cat being difficult. It's almost never that. Inappropriate elimination is one of the most common stress responses in cats. When their anxiety reaches a certain threshold, they seek out spots that smell strongly of their owner, places where your scent is concentrated. Because your scent means safety. They're not punishing you. They're reaching for something familiar in a world that suddenly feels unstable. Stress can also trigger litter box avoidance, due to the box itself becoming associated with anxiety, if something scared them near it, or if a confrontation with another pet happened nearby. Every cat hides sometimes. That's normal. Cats like enclosed spaces. They feel safe and enclosed. But there's a difference between a cat that occasionally retreats to their favorite spot and a cat that has disappeared. A stressed cat hides differently. They go deeper, They stay longer. They don't come out for meals the way they normally would. They flinch when found. They don't want to be drawn out. This is withdrawal. And withdrawal in cats means one thing. They no longer feel safe in their open environment. Something has changed in the home, in the routine, in the atmosphere, and they are removing themselves from it because they don't know how to cope with it. Don't drag them out. Don't force interaction. Instead, sit near their hiding spot. Speak quietly. Let them know the world outside is still safe. Let them come to you on their own timeline. Food is one of the clearest stress indicators. And again, it works in both directions. A stressed cat may stop eating. Food loses its appeal when the nervous system is on high alert. Their body is prioritizing survival mode, not digestion. But stress can also trigger the opposite: stress eating, rapid, frantic eating, finishing their bowl and immediately seeking more, eating things they normally wouldn't touch. In both cases, the gut is responding to the brain's distress signal. One day your cat is fine. The next, they swat at you. They hiss at the other pet they've lived with for years. They bite when you reach for them. And you're left wondering, what did I do? Probably nothing. Redirected aggression is one of stress's most misunderstood symptoms. If your normally gentle cat has become unpredictably aggressive, don't punish it. Look for what's changed, find the source of the stress, and treat that. All cats scratch. That's not the sign. The sign is when scratching becomes excessive, frantic, or starts happening in new places, especially your furniture, your door frames, your carpet edges. A stressed cat scratches more because they're trying to reinforce their sense of ownership over their environment. It's anxiety expressed as territorial behavior. This next one is subtle, so subtle that most people never catch it. The slow blink, eyes gently closing and reopening, is how cats say, "I love you." It's a trust signal. If your cat used to slow blink at you regularly and has stopped, pay attention. That small change in their eyes is a window into how they're feeling. So you've recognized some of these signs in your cat. What now? Step 1. Identify the trigger. Even something as small as a new cleaning product or rearranged furniture can unsettle a sensitive cat. Find the variable. That's your starting point. Step 2. Restore routine. Feed at the same times. Play at the same times. Be present at the same times. Routine is medicine for a stressed cat. Step 3. Create safe zones. Give your cat places that are exclusively theirs. High perches, covered beds, quiet rooms with their scent. Step 4. Increase play. 10 to 15 minutes of focused, interactive play. Twice a day burns off the cortisol that stress produces. Step 5. Consider calming aids. Feliway diffusers release synthetic feline facial pheromones, the same chemicals cats deposit when they rub their face on things they trust. Step 6. See a vet if it persists. If signs of stress continue beyond 2 to 3 weeks, despite your efforts, or if they're severe, a vet visit is essential. If any of these signs sounded familiar, drop a comment below. Subscribe if you want to keep understanding your cat at a deeper level. We cover behavior, health signals, and everything in between, every week. And if you know someone who has a cat that's been acting weird lately, send them this. They probably need it more than they realize. Take care of your cats and take care of yourselves. See you in the next one.